So I've been farming in a certain spot for 55 minutes now, but I still have 5 minutes to make it a full hour. So what I thought I would go ahead and do is record the last 5 minutes and then take a look at all the loot that I got while farming here for an hour and see how many Mesos I actually ended up making. So let's go ahead and head over there. It's actually just a couple of spots away. I'm already in the zone that the farming spot is at. And while I'm finishing up the last 5 minutes, I thought I would go ahead and give a few farming tips as well. So let's fly over here. It's just a couple of seconds right below me. This is going to be the spot, and I've actually been farming here for about the past 55 minutes now. Let's go ahead and do 5 minutes on video, and then take a look at everything that I end up getting. And the main thing that you're going to be farming is potion solvents. Now, I've made a couple of videos on the channel about making Mesos, and oh boy, you guys have probably heard it all by now, all the different methods that I've used to actually get a whole bunch of Mesos, but the one thing that I really haven't actually talked about too much is going out there into the world and actually farming monsters. This is something that I don't particularly like to do too much because I just find that it gets kind of repetitive after a while, but if you put your mind to it, this is definitely going to be one of the quickest ways to actually end up making Mesos out there. And the main thing you're looking for is, of course, these potion solvents, which sell for a lot of Mesos. Every time I look, they're over 10,000 each. And the reason why potion solvents are so expensive is because they are used to craft snares for pet taming. And because everybody out there loves pets and needs to get pets, there's just so many people out there capturing pets. Snares are always going to be in demand, and potion solvents are always going to be expensive. And the only way to get these is to go out there into the world and kill lots of monsters. So there's a couple of strategies that I like to use when I actually farm in this little spot here. I tried gathering everything up at once, but now I usually try to just get half the platform. And the reason why is when I was gathering everything up, I felt like a lot of the monsters on the edges would run back, or I just wasn't able to kill everything efficiently, or I was just taking too much damage. Now, I'm pretty well geared on my character as well, so if you do find yourself taking too much damage, there's a couple of little things that I'd go ahead and say. First of all, there's a really cool item that I actually found, which is really awesome for farming in spots like this, and it's the number 5 on my hotbar. It's this thing right here, the Life Drain Lapentier. So I'll go ahead and actually use this, and then I'll explain what it does if you missed it. So let me take a little bit of damage here. It's going to pop one of my potions automatically, so I probably have to take a little bit more damage. So let's actually just gather everything up right now. And then I'll go ahead and use this item right here. Alright. Okay, so there it goes. I just pretty much went back almost to full health. So what it does is it heals you for 10% of your health for every monster nearby, up to a total of 5 monsters. It also does a little bit of damage. Now, if you're wondering where you get these, you can actually buy them with blue stars in Queenstown. They are 100 blue stars, but you get 100 of them, so they're 1 blue star each, and in my opinion, I definitely think that they're worth it, as long as you just don't end up going through a ton of them. Now, if you've noticed as well, these monsters respawn really, really quickly, so one strategy is to gather everything up and then kill it all at once, but something that I personally like to do because it's a little bit easier, I don't feel like I'm dying, and it's just, I can go ahead and kind of not pay as much attention while farming, is I like to try to split it up into 2. I'll take half the platform, and then by the time that one half is killed, the other half is already respawned, because these monsters do respawn really, really quickly. So, now we've got the other half of the platform right here.
Shoot, no stamina.
And another little tip that I would go ahead and give you guys while farming is try not to use your really expensive healing items if you don't have to, because the whole point of what we're doing right now is to farm Mesos. We're collecting items that we can either go ahead and sell, and also we're getting Meso drops too. So if you're using really, really expensive items to heal yourself, well, you're kind of just defeating part of the purpose of while you're farming. Now, of course, if you can use those healing items to farm way quicker, then go for it, but if you feel like you're spending too much Mesos on healing items, then maybe try out these Life Drain Lapentiers. Spend a couple blue stars on those if you want. I find them super useful.
Shoot.
Now, my character is pretty geared as well, so if you guys are fresh to level 60 or you don't really have as much gear, you might notice that your farming speed might not be quite as high. But you definitely want to be killing monsters that are around your level, because I went and tried killing level 50 monsters and I wasn't getting any potion solvents. So we have got ourselves just a little under 1 minute to go. This is going to be the last pack of monsters that we kill right here. And then let's go ahead and take a look at everything that we ended up getting and see how many Mesos we got from 1 hour of farming. Now also, if you guys are interested, I know nobody would be interested in watching a 1 hour farming video, right? So I decided to just go ahead and do the last 5 minutes here. But if you guys want, what I can do is I could post a 1-hour farming session on the channel as an unlisted video. So you could still watch it, but you have to find the link somewhere. And maybe I can go ahead and post the link to it in the comment section or on Twitter or something like that. So if you actually want to watch a full 1-hour farming, let me know. I understand that a lot of people wouldn't really be interested in that, which is why I only did 5 minutes in this video. Okay, so we finished up 1 hour. Let's go ahead and take a look at all the stuff that we ended up getting and see how many Mesos it ends up being. Now, I did a little bit of inventory management because I didn't want to mix up any items that I had before I started farming. So first of all, let's take a look at the gear, because you do get quite a bit of gear while farming. And I actually dismantled 20 items midway through my farming session, and that gave me a total of 66 onyx crystals. So that's where these 66 onyx are from. All the other onyx that I had, I put into my bank before I actually started farming. Same with the Mesos as well. So this is the Mesos that I got from 1 hour of farming in this spot. 104,288. That's just raw Meso drops from killing monsters. So we also got some obsidian essence drops too. I find that these are a little bit weird. The price on these can be pretty crazy. Sometimes I'll see them for 1,000 Mesos. Sometimes I'll see them for 3,000-4,000 Mesos. So I won't value these too high, even if they're selling for a lot on the black market, because sometimes it can be really, really hard to sell these. And of course, the main things that we are looking for, let's take a look and see what we got. We got ourselves 26 suspicious seasonings, 88 suspicious meat, and 94 potion solvents. So when I first started farming at level 50 in Head Start, I was only getting around 50 potion solvents per hour. Maybe it was the spots that I was farming, maybe it was the gear, but now I can get closer to 100 potion solvents an hour, and I bet if I actually farmed a little bit more efficiently and didn't get as distracted, I could probably break over 100 potion solvents an hour. So that is pretty good. And I moved these to the bottom of my inventory because I didn't want to mix them up with any of these items over here. Now let's go ahead and take a look and see how many Mesos this is actually going to end up being. So let's take a look at the main item, the potion solvents. Now I'm going to underestimate as well. So they're selling for 13,300, but don't forget that there's a small listing fee and also the 10% black market tax. So I'm going to lowball at 11,000 each, because when you do these things and when you give price estimations, it's always better to underestimate than overestimate. So 11,000 Mesos each. And we had 94 potion solvents. Alright, next up, we have suspicious meats. I don't think these end up selling for too much. 99 each. Okay, so what is that? 88? That's just a few thousand Mesos. So I'll just say 6,000 Mesos for those. We had 26 suspicious seasoning as well. And those are 500 Mesos each, so a little bit more. So that's going to be, we'll just say these are 300 each, because I don't know if they're going to end up selling for 500 Mesos each. Alright, so that's the actual ingredients or the miscellaneous items that we got. Now the obsidian essences. Let's see how much these are selling for. 4,000. I'm just going to go ahead and value these at 2,000 each, because it could be really, really difficult in order to sell these for 5,000. Who knows, maybe they do, but sometimes I see them up for 1,000, sometimes I see them for 5,000. So let's go with 2,000 each. So that's going to be 60,000 Mesos for those. Let's not forget the actual Meso drops that we ended up getting. So 104,288, 104,288, and oh, we have to end up dismantling the rest of this gear. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll probably get a couple hundred onyx total, just from gear drops while actually farming for an hour. Okay, 71. And let's see how much onyx we got. So we got a total of 172 onyx crystals from gear drops from 1 hour of farming. And onyx are selling for 480 each. We'll go ahead and do a really low number for these. Let's just go with 400 just in case they go down. The 10% fee and all of that. So 400 each. And the total number that we have everything is 1,280,888 Mesos per hour. That's pretty good. Now, an hour might seem like a short while, but I would say go ahead and try this out. Go and sit and actually farm and grind monsters for 1 hour, and you'll realize that it can actually get pretty boring pretty quickly. So it might seem like a lot, but doing this for 5-10 hours a day, I mean, if you can do it, then all the power to you. But an hour or so of doing this at a time is pretty much as I can really handle. But for 1.3 million Mesos per hour, that's pretty good. So anyway, that's going to be about it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm hoping that you learned a little bit about this little farming spot. It's in Lulu Village, the little platform that I was at just a couple seconds away. I'm sure there's plenty of other farming spots as well, but this is just the one that I picked that I like to do because all the monsters are really close to each other and they respawn really quickly. So if you guys enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like. It really does help out more than you can even imagine. And of course, if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. It's absolutely crazy, guys. I cannot believe that we are just a few hundred away from 10,000. I am in absolute shock. So thank you so much for all the support, everyone. Really, really do appreciate it. I don't want to blab on too long at the end of the video, but thanks again. And as I always mention at the very end of the videos, I do a small giveaway once per month. It's just for an iTunes or Google Play gift card. But if you are interested, there's a link in the description where it says October giveaway. All you have to do is be a subscriber. That'll give you 2 tickets, and then leave a like or comment on the video. We'll give you a bonus ticket for 3 tickets and 3 chances to win. So good luck to those of you entering that. Anyway, that's going to be about it for this video. Thanks again, have a fantastic day, and until next time, this is Salt of the Salty Guild, signing out.